The first month of the NBA season was full of excitement, surprises, and painful injuries by key players. Who would have thought the Cavs would be barely 500 in the first 5 weeks of the season, and how Lonzo Ball is struggling with his jumper, while others are shining? What's up guys, my name is Wilson. Just a reminder, with the new All-Star format, team captains will be selecting teams regardless of what conference the players are in. There will still be 24 total players and 12 from each conference, and the reserves will be selected by the coaches. Unfortunately, some guys will still be snubbed, especially in the Western Conference. The 2018 NBA All-Star Game is 3 months away, and here are 7 players who I think will be first-time All-Stars. Number 1. Kristaps Porziņģis. The Unicorn is having an unbelievable season so far, single-handedly carrying the Knicks on his shoulders. I made a video of Porziņģis a week ago, and I highly recommend you to check it out. In only his 3rd year in the league, Porziņģis is averaging right around 30 points a game and has emerged as one of the best players in the NBA. After Carmelo left the Knicks, they were supposed to be awful, but because of Kristaps' development as a great two-way player, New York has a chance to make the playoffs, and he is the face of that franchise. It is also more than likely that Porziņģis will be selected as a starter, as he's earned the right to be called the top 3 power forward in the NBA today. There is no question that KP is a clear-cut all-star. For what he's done early on, Porziņģis' greatness is one of the most talked about topics in this young NBA season. Keep in mind, he's only still 22 years old. Number 2. Karl-Anthony Towns. With the addition of Jimmy Butler, the Timberwolves are looking to end their 13-year playoff drought, and their best player, Karl-Anthony Towns, is proving why he's one of the best big men in the game. Even though it's early on and his stats are down from last year, it is clear that Towns was robbed as an all-star last season, after averaging 25 and 12. It would be a travesty if he was denied for a 2nd straight year. Towns is as gifted as any center in this league, and can basically do everything from shooting the 3, posting up, running the break, finishing around the rim. He has it all. The one thing holding Towns back are a few miscues on defense and being in early foul trouble, limiting his minutes. It is also proven that Towns is the best scorer on the Timberwolves, and he is the focal point of their success as their franchise player. I know Towns is not talked about much this season with the amazing start by Giannis and Porziņģis, and Towns just turned 22 years old. With his skills, he is very advanced for his age, and he will have plenty of 30-point, 15-rebound games coming up. Just wait and you'll see. Number 3. Nikola Jokić. Coming into this season, Jokić was known for his great all-around game, and his defense has significantly improved. In the game against the Nets, Jokić single-handedly outscored their starters 41-40 and shown all the qualities as a potential superstar. At just 22 years old and selected as the 41st pick in the 2014 draft, it is clear that now Jokić would have been the number 1 pick of that draft. And yes, he's shown why he can be the Nuggets franchise player, as the organization will need to figure out how to build the right pieces around their star center. Number 4. Joel Embiid. After showing promises as a rookie last season, Embiid has continued to impress us with his skills despite still being on minutes restrictions. Joel was also not happy being denied last season as an all-star, and his numbers have slightly improved, and if he remains healthy, Embiid is one of the best young players in the league. Still battling some knee pains, Joel gives 100% effort every time he steps on the floor, and is one of the most fearless players we have in the NBA. Last season, he put up better numbers than Paul Millsap in way less minutes, and Millsap got voted in over him. Philly fans were not happy about that. When healthy, Joel Embiid's easily the best center in the East, and I don't even think it's close. Number 5. Ben Simmons. Missing out all of last season with a foot injury, Simmons has reminded everybody why he was deserving of the number 1 pick, and at 6'10", with his amazing passing abilities, he is a transcendent player, showing signs of Magic Johnson running the point. Former Bulls center Luke Longley recently said he believed he has the ability to reach new heights like a Michael Jordan or a LeBron James. Well, let's not go that far, but Simmons is averaging close to a triple-double, and the Sixers are clearly his team. There were many questions about his outside shooting before he entered the league, but he's explosive enough to get to the rim, has a nice touch on the floaters, and finish in transition. As great as his all-around game is, he's given us flashes of becoming a potential lockdown on-ball defender with his length. With Millsap, Carmelo, Paul George, and Jimmy Butler in the West, and with the loss of Gordon Hayward due to injury, a likely spot will open up for Simmons. Number 6. Bradley Beal. Now in his 5th season in the league, Beal was always known as a great scorer and has improved every single year. After a disappointing loss to the Celtics last season, Beal played an incredible Game 7, scoring 38 points and can go off on any given night and take over games offensively. Beal has scored 20 plus points in 9 of his first 12 games and was certainly upset he was snubbed out last season by Carmelo Anthony, who replaced the injured Kevin Love, and Washington had a 33-21 record at the time heading to All-Star break while the Knicks were struggling. His agent even talked to the NBA league office to take into account for winning teams and making all-star selections, and he has a solid point. You bet Beal will continue to play well as the season goes on and earn his spot in Los Angeles. Number 7. Victor Oladipo. Playing for the Indiana Pacers, in a state he was beloved as a former star for the Indiana Hoosiers, the 6'4" Oladipo is emerging as one of the best shooting guards in the game, and Indy fans love him even more. His numbers have shot up significantly compared to last season, perhaps because he was limited due to Russell Westbrook running the show in OKC. Many would think Miles Turner would be the face of the Pacers, but Oladipo is showing that he's been the best player on that team thus far. In his 5th season in the league, as a former number 2 pick, he hasn't made much improvements over his first 4 seasons, but it seems like he is finally figuring things out and fitting nicely with the Pacers. There were a few players I left out on this list, like Andrew Wiggins, CJ McCollum, and Devin Booker, but those guys play in the tough Western Conference, and there simply aren't enough spots for them to make the roster. Rudy Gobert is expected to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a knee injury, so I had to leave him off the list. Here are my list for the 24 players who I think will make the 2018 NBA All-Star team. Let me know what you guys think and who I might have missed out on, or if you have any disagreements. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more videos, more good stuff coming soon.